Hey, what's up, everybody? It's the Crypto Ginger here. I just wanted to quickly go over some of the more recent circulating news when it comes to the G20 meeting that took place in Argentina, and I found it very interesting as far as their topics that they wanted to go over and that they highlighted when it comes to cryptocurrencies and their future for the innovation of cryptocurrencies and the technology behind blockchain. We'll get into that here in just a second. I wanted to quickly emphasize what the G20 is. For those of you who don't know, I'm looking at G20.org, and it says here that the Group of 20, also known as G20, is a leading forum of the world's major economies that seek to develop global policies to address today's most pressing challenges. The G20 is made up of 19 countries and the European Union. So here's a list of all the countries, and again, including the European Union as well. Now, again, we had a recent meeting that took place in Argentina. Here we have a list of all of the topics that were discussed at the G20 meeting a little bit more in depth. You can see that it definitely has quite a bit involved in each one of these topic lists, and it continues. There's quite a bit of pages just as well. Now, before I jump into the tax side of things, which is emphasized closer to the end of this document, I wanted to quickly point out that there was a lot of talk when it comes to the digital technology side of things. You can see that emphasized in number 9 here, where they state that they want to maximize the benefits of digitalization and emerging technologies for innovative growth and productivity. They also state that they want to improve digital government, digital infrastructure, and the measurement of the digital economy. They further state that they recognize the importance of the interface between trade and digital economy, and of course, they are going to continue to work on artificial intelligence, emerging technologies, and new business platforms. So, again, quite a bit of focus in one little area there on the topic of digital infrastructure and, of course, digital technology, which obviously we understand cryptocurrency falls under that category just as well. There's, again, quite a bit of topics in-depthly talked about here. Something else I wanted to go over when it comes to different types of entities involving themselves, such as IMF and World Bank. You can see here number 23, it says a strong and effective international financial institutions help underpin growth and sustainable development. We reaffirm our commitment to further strengthening the global financial safety net with a strong, quota-based and adequately resourced IMF at its center. It also states that we call on the IMF and World Bank to work with borrowers and creditors to improve the recording, monitoring, and transparent reporting of public and private debt obligations. So they definitely want to keep track and monitor all of the payments that are going back and forth. Interesting enough, it actually goes right into number 24, talking about cross-border capital flows. Well, we've heard about cross-border payment settlements that are being looked into and focused on from the digital cryptocurrency side of things, such as Ripple and what they're trying to do. We have Stellar Lumens just as well, trying to take care of that problem. So you can see how cryptocurrencies are going to be a strong focus for not just the G20, but entities such as IMF and World Bank, and they're having the IMF as the center point to monitor all of these particular transactions going back and forth. This could lead into the IMF having a very big stronghold over what's taking place with cryptocurrencies. And that led into some of the fear about the tax that's taking place here. As you can see, number 26 really emphasizes a little bit more on the talk of the taxing of the cryptocurrencies, and of course on an international scale just as well. It says, we will continue to work for a globally fair, sustainable, and modern international tax system based, in particular on tax treaties and transfer pricing rules, and welcome international cooperation to advance pro-growth tax policies. They go as far to state that we will continue to work together to seek a consensus-based solution to address the impacts of digitalization of the economy on the international tax system, and with an update in 2019 and a final report by 2020. So we're going to see at least some sort of implementation, it looks like, on an international scale here for taxing the digitalization of the economy. And of course, we'll see more emphasis on this in 2019, and then we'll see a final report in 2020. So quite some time to wait while we see what's going to take place with these decision makings from the G20 meeting here. And of course, involving themselves with taxing cryptocurrencies on an international scale there. And I bring all of this up because knowing that the G20 is putting a strong focus on digital technology, cryptocurrencies, and blockchain, and of course, just as well, incorporating this international cryptocurrency tax. We have the discussion of people who are adamantly wanting to let everyone know that it is currently illegal for a government to tax a foreign company which does not have a physical presence there. So that is the main concern right now when it comes to, again, this whole idea of creating an international tax. I'm not exactly sure how this is going to work, and I'll leave a description and a link for this particular article here, but I think between that and, of course, when you have people such as Bobby Lee coming out stating that he wonders if G20 org world leaders actually realize that they do face a real common enemy now, which is cryptocurrencies. That would at least explain why they are taking this huge emphasis and approach to getting themselves and their claws into cryptocurrencies as deep as they possibly can, to the point that they want to create, again, that international tax that's going to happen globally there. So I think Bobby Lee is pretty much on point when he states that with Bitcoin soon turning 10, national governments are slowly but surely losing the monopoly, and the ability to issue fiat money is slow at first, but this revolution is irreversible. He also states it is also something that is unstoppable. So this right here is very important when it comes to the international side of cryptocurrencies and the evolution that's going to happen behind this on a global scale. And I think that we will be slowly but surely seeing fiat currencies go away and the whole digital cryptocurrencies taken over.